Yes. And now we're going to the ordinance and resolutions. Item number 12 is the ordinance 2018-22, police pension line of duty death benefit. This is the second reading. City Attorney, if you please read the ordinance.
Ordinance 2018-22, an ordinance of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article IH, Pensions and Retirement, Division 1, generally, paragraph 2-32-35, additional benefits for police officers of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Tarpon Springs, amending subsection G, pre-retirement death, providing for codification, providing for severability of provisions, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date. Second reading of ordinance 2018-22 by title only is published in the Tampa Bay Times by title only on August 24, 2018.
Mr. Licouris, do you have any staff report?
We just have no new information from the last meeting when this was brought to you and unanimously supported. So again, ourselves with the PBA and the Police Pension Board offer to you to accept this 100% plan death benefit with retroactivity, and tonight in this vote you will finalize that.
Well, thank you. We have no information, but I'm glad that the city pension plan will provide this benefit to the spouse of the police officer who lost his life during the line of duty, and that's the least we can do. We're always thanking for the services. Actually, I want to thank every police officer for the services that they provide in the city. Vice Mayor Pell.
Yes, thank you. And again, I'll shorten my comments from 2 weeks ago. I think that this is a very great night in Tarpon Springs. There's times that this auditorium is packed for things that I don't consider that groundbreaking, but that's for people to choose. But this is a very groundbreaking moment for two reasons. One, we're doing the right thing. This is what the Convict family deserves for the sacrifice that they've made. But also, we're setting the standard going forward for all of our officers that are in the line of duty. Should this God forbid happen again. And again, I know we were originally looking at the model that the governor set for the state, but I think we even surpassed that. So I think we can know in Tarpon Springs we have the highest and best policy to compensate the families of any deceased officers. So I just want to say thank you to the Convict family for their patience. And again, thank you for every sworn officer we have on our staff. You all do a great job, and we just can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you. This is quite an accomplishment, I feel, for all of our police officers, and I'm so happy that we all were in agreement. I mean, I don't know how we could not have been in agreement on this issue. I think it's a no-brainer. Anybody that puts their life on the line every single day that they wake up at least deserves this 100% death benefit to the family, especially if you die in the line of duty. It's just, I just can't believe that this was not in place, and I was kind of surprised to learn that. So I'm happy that we're able to offer this to the Convict family. I know it doesn't bring Charlie back, but I hope it helps. And I want to thank you all for being here, and thank you all to all our first responders. Thank you.
Commissioner Carr.
Thanks, Mayor. I don't have a whole lot more to say from the last meeting, and thank you all for being here again tonight. I mentioned in the last meeting that Tarpon Springs is a close-knit family, all the residents, the city employees, the officers, the fire department, and I think this is the least that the commission and the board can do is come together as a family and support the police department, and to give all the police officers a peace of mind when they're running into a dangerous situation, that their families will be taken care of, and that's an important aspect. So happy to support the family, and thank you.
Thank you. Are there any public comments on this item? Please state your name and your address for the record.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Honorable Mayor and honorable commissioners, and to everyone on the dais. My name is John Rivera. I'm the president of the Florida Police Benevolent Association. My address is 300 East Brevard Street out of Tallahassee, Florida. I'm also the area vice president for the National Association of Police Organizations out of Washington, D.C. Florida PBA represents some 30,000 officers across the state of Florida, and NAPO represents some 260,000 across America. I come before you to thank you. I know it's been a hard road, but I want to thank you. I want to thank the governor, Governor Rick Scott, for getting involved. Certainly Congressman Gus Bilirakis, our Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and all the other organizations that have written letters on the Conduct family. Thank you for having an open mind and a compassionate heart. Thank you for the comments that I've heard on the dais. And Chief, thank you for your comments at the table. This was, as you've talked about, in the homeless issue, and this was a collaborative effort. And this was us working together. And I will tell you that for the officers and the families of these officers who risk their lives each and every day for your citizens in Tarpon Springs, to hear those kind words from the dais really and truly goes a long way. I will tell you that I presumably will ask for a favorable vote, and certainly if it should happen, which I believe it will, you will be a beacon of light for the other cities in the state of Florida. I and my organization were intimately involved with FRS, and the governor was gracious enough to sign that bill. Really and truly, without belaboring what you all have said, it really is the right thing to do. And so I want to thank you again. Citizens of Tarpon Springs are well served, as well as your employees. And thank you again.
Thank you.
Hi, as most of you know, my name is George Lofton. I'm the president of our local Police Benevolent Association, the Suncoast PBA, and I work with John a lot at the state level on a lot of various endeavors. I just want to express my gratitude for the work that's been put in, both with Chief Cochin and ourselves sitting across the table and coming to a solution and closing a very painful chapter that's been going on with our members and securing benefits for your police officers that are out there on the street now and in the future. I understand that, Vice Mayor, that you mentioned that, you hope this never happens again and that you guys aren't in this position that we are in today. But unfortunately, as Chief Cochin can tell you, with our line of work, it's going to happen again. And what you're doing here tonight, whether it be recent or in my hopes a long time from now, but what you're doing here tonight is not only protecting the family of the officer that's been lost, but you're also protecting every single one of the Tarpon officers that you see day to day now and going into the future, should that or when that does happen again, that their families are in a position where they have something to show for the sacrifice. So thank you, Chief Cochin, and thank you all for working with us. The biggest thank you I have to say is for Teresa, because her strength and her courage through this entire process and working not only for every single current member of Tarpon Springs Police Department, but those coming forward, can never be measured. And there are no thank yous enough that can appreciate that. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. I try to say this without crying. My name is Teresa Conduct. Most of you know I'm Officer Conduct's widow. I just wanted to thank everyone for being here tonight, and to the commissioners, thank you for your part in making tonight possible. When I asked for this change, I didn't ask for just my family. I asked for the department. I didn't ask for a penny more than what my husband earned before he was killed serving the community, but I had no idea how extremely emotionally hard this was going to be. I'm thankful for what's happening right now, but it's still really hard to talk about his pension because it was something Charlie worked so hard for. He dedicated 23 years of his life as an officer, working overtime in details to pay more into his pension so that he could support us when he retired, but he's gone. And like I said, I wanted this not for just my family, but for all of the officers, because they deserve to know that their family will have 100% of their pension if, God forbid, the day ever comes that they don't make it home. The pressure and stress and worry that comes with putting on their badge to serve the community never leaves their mind, and that's a lot to carry. So for those who helped me and voted to support this change, thank you. This change gives the officers and I a little less to worry about, and I think it was the right thing to do, and our officers deserve that. But what you're doing is setting such an example for other agencies and departments. So on behalf of my family, both blood and blue, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Are there any other public comments on this item? Hear none? I need a motion.
Motion approved.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Commissioner Carr?
Yes.
Commissioner Kikta?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Banther?
Yes.
Mayor LaHousas?
Yes, thank you.